na die nsɛm ayɛ dɛ wɔ court a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa ɛyɛ Richard Japkah na Dr. Kesel ato forcing a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa na nsɛm no nyinaa ne sɛ ɛyɛ Richard Japkah na court ne nim sɛ ɛyɛ 4 WhatsApp messages and a course between ɔno ɛna Attorney General Godfred Odame na NDC for so sanim sɛ ɛyɛ 14 WhatsApp messages and a course between ɔno ne ɛyɛ Attorney General Odame Richard Japkah ne Attorney General Odame ɛna court so say aware sentino okay ade na abedu 14 na ɛba ne sɛn na ɛyɛ Attorney General Richard Odame so say the evidence abetu dwa sɛ ɛyɛ 68 WhatsApp messages ɛna sisia no ɛkɔ so ebisa ɛyɛ Richard Japkah sɛ ɛba ne sɛn na wo di 14 paper ya asaba Richard Japkah kan ya ne sɛ ntino opeki 14 because ɛna na SUT the case which is very foolishness ɛyɛ no nko a ɛyɛ NDC NDC impenifoni na MPC impenifoni na eba wo court Samib Jemfi eba bi eye Dr. Esiru Ketia no bia baby e court na mobile no everybody was expecting a press conference enkoso na so na edu honum no bia edwane ye a asem keto after court sensem bia etrand kemu tipa obi edwane. Now, something that say, in this Samanukun feels betrayed, they feels say, Richard Japkah adadawum. That this is what is going on. It is a Richard Japkah adadawum, dear, and in the also some about Richard Japkah. TSM Benekunekutisa and some Winchumumbra, Madam Hassan.
This is the story, viewers. This is because the matter is in court. The only word I can use to qualify it is interesting. He says, Justice Kulendi. Thank you very much for this. Justice Kulendi sitting as a Supreme Court judge on a panel of 5. He's not sitting as a sole judge. And he's not sitting as an additional court of appeal judge. He's sitting as a Supreme Court judge. Panel of 5. He's not the only one on the panel. 5 of them. Japkah told the High Court today that while Justice Kulendi was sitting there, he phoned Justice Kulendi and said that whereas he has satisfied bail conditions, it was still being difficult for the people to grant him the bail for him to go home. And he told the court, this also, viewers, please pay attention if you can. He told the court that Justice Kulendi, upon receiving his call, his Japkah's call, departed from the bench. He told the court that Justice Kulendi was still robed in the legal way. Look at where the Supreme Court, those of you who don't live in Accra, the distance between the Supreme Court and the Attorney General's office on a weekday by driving is easily 25 minutes. That's the minimum. It could be 45. It could even be an hour, but it's easily 25 minutes. Japkah told the court that a sitting Supreme Court judge, whilst sitting on a case, got a phone call from him, Japkah, relating to the difficulties of his bail conditions. And the Supreme Court judge left the courts, drove to the Attorney General's office. Here we depict Justice Kulendi and the Attorney General. My graphics guy, cartoon guy, is beautiful, man. That guy does a good job. You call him at 3 o'clock and say, Charlie, can you put a cartoon together? You don't have to say much. Papa, he'll do it. This is what he gave us. Beautiful, fantastic. So, Justice Kulendi comes to the Attorney General's office, sits down in this chair. This is the Attorney General with his legs crossed in a blue suit. And then, please, you have to put a tie on Godfred Odame. He's always wearing a tie. He doesn't do the things that we are doing here. So, next time, graphics, put tie on Godfred Odame, red tie or some black and white disco tie. Kulendi tells Dame that arrange bail for my cousin Japkah. He's still in the Supreme Court's robe. He climbs up to the 3rd floor of the Attorney General's office, the old office, because of course there's a new office called the Law House. He climbed up to the 3rd floor in his robe. This is what Japkah told the court. I mean, if you are Japkah's lawyer, my goodness, what will be going through your head? That the Supreme Court judge stopped the sitting and left the 4, ran to his car, went to the Attorney General's office and told him, grant my cousin Japkah bail. What do you make of this story, viewers? I don't know. The matter is still in court and is before the next photograph. The matter is still in court and is before the judge. So this is Japkah in there. This is Japkah in there. And he's looking for bail. And he says that Kulendi, he makes a phone call to Justice Kulendi, and Justice Kulendi stops his work. I mean, this is what he said. Justice Kulendi stops the work that he's doing, hearing a matter before the Supreme Court. He is still in his red and black robe, goes to Attorney General's office. This is what Japkah told the court today. We have nothing to say about it, just to say that it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, now the last part of Japkah's testimony, which is the most bizarre, is what I told you about. Text messages are 68 text messages that he sent to the Attorney General, and the record shows the Attorney General replied 2 of the 68. He sent 68 messages, Attorney General replied 2. He was asking court that, why do you know, can you confirm that many of the text messages you sent to the Attorney General, he didn't reply, he replied only 2 of them, which had to do with a schedule for you guys to meet. Then he says, oh, he didn't reply because the text message I sent is motivational message. You are an accused person. Every morning you are sending Attorney General motivational message. Is he your friend? Is he your church member? What are you sending motivational message? Do you go to the same church? Are you in the same fellowship? You accused person, third accused. You claim that Attorney General helped you secure bail. Every morning I'm sending him text motivational. I want to see some of those messages. Does it say that give up not, don't despair, move on to the next level. If you fail, you rise again. Good morning, Attorney General. Is that the thing he was doing? Is that guy a member of your church? Mr. Japkah, this is what he told the court. This is what he told the court today. This is the kind of witness we are dealing with. The guy who can have a 26-minute phone call and produce only 14 minutes. He has 68 messages. He produces 25. Why do you produce 25? That is my own. This is my case. I'm not doing his case for him. So the text messages that will exonerate him, I won't give it to the court. I think that the court will look at it and agree with me. I will give it to the court. All the 68 is about court. Here, 25 gets. That's Japkah. The same text messages is handed over to the NDC. So you see, I've been telling you that there are some good people in the NDC. When the NDC did a press conference, they were unaware that Japkah didn't give them all until we came to show it here. So some of them were calling me and saying, where they asked about it is the Japkah thing. When Johnson said, look at it, so Japkah, he deceived the NDC chairman and Samuel Jemfi because he didn't give them all the text messages. They thought he had given them all. So the ones that we got, they didn't have. And that's what Japkah confirmed to the court today. That he gave only 25 text messages out. The audio recording, he put out only 14 of 26 minutes. That's what he did. He picks and chooses. He's not interested in telling the court the whole truth. He's not interested. He's not interested in telling the court the whole truth. It would appear so. I hope he's interested. But it would appear that he's not interested in telling the court the whole truth. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. But the way it looks, you have to decide, viewers. And I'm sure that his lordship will decide so that we all know. But the way he does it, well, what can you say? I don't know. I really don't know. You don't know whether you should believe him. You don't know whether you shouldn't believe him. But he says, court, take 25. That's fine. That's okay. Take the 25. Take it. It's fine. Then the Attorney General now says, oh, you are giving the court 25. My lords, I want to bring all 68 so that the court can take the value of it. 68 is the whole truth. It's nothing but the truth. 68, the whole truth. Nothing but the truth. Then lawyers for Japkah, we can't tell whether it's on the instruction of Japkah or it's on their own instincts. We really can't tell because lawyers are usually working on the instructions of clients, but we don't know this one. What happened though is that lawyers for Japkah come out and say, Judge, we will object to your taking the text message from the Attorney General. We will object. That's what the lawyer said. We will object. Now, what is the basis of the obligation of the objection? Then one of the lawyers says that the text message, the typed document that Attorney General is submitting is black and white. In text, some is green and some is white. Why is his own black and white? Viewers, you know the answer to the question that the judge gave? The judge said, but you two, the text message you brought, it was in black and white. So if yours was in black and white, why are you objecting to theirs in black and white?